Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to make art trading cards, and I have playing cards we're going to use. So I made this one, and they're going to be Halloween themed. Let's see if that will focus. And I'm gonna get this one finished up because I want some color around the edges to highlight that. And we're going to go from there. So I'm going to pull out some watercolors, and I think I'm going to use a yellow or a orange. These are Artesia. I can't even pronounce that. So, for those of you who are new, thank you for subscribing. And a little bit of background of me, if you wonder why I'm like, I can't read that. I am dyslexic. There are words and stuff that I just can't read. So, that's, that would be why I say stuff like that. So I'm just going to use this, trace around it. These are watercolor pencils, which I really like them. I have a set of watercolor pencils and watercolors that I like to use, but then I don't need a lot of water, so I'm just gonna get that. And then what I'm doing is I'm just wiping it off. And I need my towel. Oh, I don't know where it went. Okay, we'll just put it on my pants. So, and now I'm just getting that wet around there so it will just highlight this. And we're going to add a little bit more. Well, it's kind of coming. It's wet, so it's not really wanting to come. We're going to add a little bit of this color to it. The darker on the bottom is a little bit harder to define than this top part with the book page and the stamp. So we won't be using any stamps because I don't know if any of you guys have this issue. Oh, see, I like that. I like the little halo look around the edging. There you go. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but for me, I just cleaned and rearranged my space, and now I lost all of my Halloween stamps in the process. Oh, not it. Yeah. So, to start, I'm going to use some gesso and just cover those to give me a good base to work on. And I'm going to have to steal my husband's baby wipes. Okay. Oh, these are almost dry. Oh, sorry about that. I wanted to get baby wipes to dry my hands with, and I don't know where mine went. My husband has, I had to take his. He has a craft area in here too. Okay, so I'm just going to use my fingers for this to just spread it. So I hope you guys are all enjoying your day. This is light, so I'm gonna actually, once this dries, I'll probably be using gesso a bit. I just want this not as shiny. Ooh. Well, that will add texture. I don't want it as shiny, and that way we can add stuff to it. Okay, this one's very see-through, which is perfectly fine. So we're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna dry it with my heat gun. And I have cuttable, I have a bunch of other stuff that we're gonna use. I have some stencils and some fabric and some digital prints. Alright, there we go. So I think with this one I'm going to start with some fabric to add onto it. And these are 5-inch squares, I believe. I can't even tell you where I bought them. It's been years. I went to go visit a friend in Texas and bought them there. So I'm not exactly sure how long they have been, but I want to use these digi prints because I think they're so, some of them are just like the skulls and the, I really like that one. So I'm going to pull out the ones I want to, the ones I'm thinking of using, and see if I can find some fabric that I think would look good with them. I think this is so funny, but that's a little too big. So, let's see. I like that purple. Let's see, does that look good with the... Okay, I think we're going to go with this purple for right now. We're going to set these aside up here. So, actually, we're going to set them over here. And I am just, forgot to grab my fabric scissors. And I'm just going to rip it. There we go. That actually needs to be, you know what, I think I want to cover the whole thing. Alright, so we're going to get this as Fabric Fix. I actually finally put it in a regular bottle, so it should work. Unlike, yeah, last time it totally didn't. Yeah, there we go. Now these type of cards you can use, you know, a lot of people just save these trading cards. So I'm using this and just spreading out that glue. And I'm gonna cut around. So people can use these as, you know, trade swaps, whatever. You can also use them as embellishments, or turn them into pockets for scrapbooking, or put writing on the back like for tags to write on or whatever. They're very versatile. I have not made a whole bunch of these, so I really don't know what I'm doing, but I thought I would take you guys along with me. So like with this one, I put this orange paper on the back and you can journal on it, so you can turn this into a journal card if you put it in a junk journal. Which I have no idea if my kid's going to try and steal these or not. She has a tendency to do that. So now that that is dry and good, I would like a little doll. Oh, that needs some more glue. Most stuff I make for Halloween, my kid steals, which is fine. I'm glad she likes them, and if it's something that I don't have a specific project for, it's really not a big deal to me. So I'm going to go back and pull out some of this and just put a light coat over it to make this purple a little bit more dull, because it is pretty. Hopefully it'll work. I've never put gesso over fabric. Well, yeah, that's not really working as well as I thought it would. But that's okay. It's... We'll just spread it around, give it some extra. There we go. We'll just let that dry. And I think I'm going to grab my gun again. I really should keep this on my lap and just dry this off. Sorry for the loud noise. Alright, there we go. That is not sticking. So, let's set that aside and work on this one. And I think what I'm going to do with this is I want to put some stencil on here. And this has a web. It's very sticky and it has like a web thing on there. So it will stick. If you heard that. It is, let me see if I can find my covering for it. It is by Artco. I got this, I don't know, I have two. I don't remember. One I bought at Hobby Lobby, the other one I didn't. I don't know which is which. And I'm going to use this, this is a bronzed color. I don't know if it's open or not. Yeah, I used it before. Bought a bunch of paint at the other day, and I seriously have no idea if I've opened them all. So we're going to use a spatula to just kind of there we go. I don't want it everywhere. We're just going to use this to wipe this off. And let's pull this up and see. Very light. So I'm going to take this and just wipe it down. It doesn't really have to be perfect when you wipe stuff like this. At least I don't. I'll take it and wash it. I do wash them afterwards. Okay, that way it doesn't get everywhere. Alright, put that over there, and it has a little bit of light coloring to it. And the one thing, these are more, I'm doing these more style of a mixed media. Sorry, let me get more baby wipes. There we go. Should be good. And with that, it's hello. So let's see, what next? I really like that lightness of it. Put some stamps would look really cool with this. Let me pull in some stamps. I just recently bought like a huge bunch of stamps. Oh, and they're falling everywhere. Oh, those are cool. Okay. These are old, vintage, round the world type stamps, but it might be fun to add some to this too. Oh, we want it this way. Okay. Where's my glue? Actually, we're going to want to use the Fabra fix on some of this, because with that being fabric, it doesn't really... Let me put you guys in some. There. Hopefully that will be... You guys can see better. Let's put some on the back of this. I haven't used any of these yet, but let's see, there we go. Let's see, do I want... Trying to figure out what center I want. I think I might go with this house. Kind of like that. Although, I really like these, so let's see. Well, no, I'm not wanting that. Oh, there's another house. Let's see. Let me get the other house. Yeah, that should work. You know, let's put half of this right here, and then the other half on the other side or down below. Okay, let me get my paper scissors. Yes, I'm not crazy. I just have to separate my papers and my fabric scissors. They're not allowed to play together. Now, if I have fabric on paper and I'm cutting, then my paper scissors are allowed to play with the fabric. All right. Now I think I'm gonna put some of this gold on here. It's a paste. It is a bow bunny. As you tell, I have not used it yet. So, got it. I think. Nope, maybe not. Scissors work better. Now, to rip this off. Ooh, don't want to waste that. Look at how beautiful that color is. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay. So, we are going to get that off. Because that is way too pretty. Okay. Come on. There we go. And make sure I'm in the shot because I did move it some. I'm just going to put a little bit here, a little bit up here. I think it might work better with my finger. Alright. Gives it just a little bit of a glow with it. So the stuff on the lid gives it a little bit of thickness. The other gives it a little bit of a glow like it did over here. And both I really like. Okay. That is, so I think I'm going to add this that I need. I'm going to get this wet. There we go. And I'm just going to spread this a little bit more so it's not so thick. Because thick is what I don't want. And we are going to heat it just to get it dry. There we go. Now I think the last of what I'm going to do is add some stamps. I'm going to grab my archival inks. And I think we're going to use ground espresso or black. Hopefully one of those will work. And these are my new alphabet number stamps. So I'm just going to stamp some numbers throughout. And I've not used these yet, so we'll see how they work. Ooh, and boy, do they get stuck. Get some down there. Okay, it does not want to be nice today. There. Now, I worked so hard to get that up, I might as well use this 8. Apparently, it wanted to be played with. Alright. Oh, these look really nice. Alright. Oh, I have been doing, thank goodness it doesn't look, you know. Alright. Let's see what other numbers. 0 maybe? Okay, I like those. These are going to be really fun. Okay, let me put the lid on this. We're done with this for right now. We'll probably use it on the other one. So with this one, I'm going to take my black archives, and I think I want my, I'm gonna round off these little corners. So let's, there we go, that looks better. Okay, I'm going to take this and just give it a little bit. Okay, and we are going to add some Fabro stuff since we are putting this on fabric. Okay, now let's, oh, that came from there. Okay, let's let this dry for a little bit. I'm just using this to spread out all of that glue. And I know this is missing something. I don't know what yet, but we're going to set it aside and play with this one, and then hopefully I'll figure out what this one needs. So we did a house on this. I think I want to use one of those witches. Maybe we will make this one. So I think I want some purple, and I'm going to use, so this is Unicorn Spit. I know, sounds weird. It's the best paint. My favorite paint to play with. So I'm going to put some on this acrylic block, and it doesn't take a whole lot. So this is pure pigment, so it really doesn't take a lot for it to get moved and played with. So we're going to take a little bit and just put it a little bit here, a little bit there. And you can still see how it is. So if I put it over these, you really still could see it. And then the beautiful thing about this is it activates with water. So if I take water, and say I want this a little bit spread out, so I can just spread it out like a watercolor would and make it a little bit more everywhere. The bad thing is it does activate with water, so when you're done, if your card is gets wet, it will reactivate, and so you have to seal it. So I'm going to dry this really quick. Alright, come on little dots. They don't want to dry. And the fun thing is working with this is, oh, it smells so great. It doesn't have that yucky paint smell that some paints do. It is, it has a beautiful smell of jasmine, which is wonderful. So, I have a trash bag. Sorry guys. apparently I need to look because it only cuts out after so long of recording. So, I'm not sure when it ended, but we're trying to find, I was trying to find something to hide this part with. And I found some rickrack that I'm going to do, but I really don't like that. So I am going to, right now I'm squirting my water to get my hands wet. And I am coloring my rickrack. So I'm just going to get a little bit of water on here so I can get my finger, get a little bit of spit, and there we go. And if I want it darker, just grab the darker stuff. And there we go. New colored rickrack. This unicorn spit is very versatile. I love it. And I use it for a lot of stuff. And it has the weirdest name, which I love. So I am not even going to wait for it to dry. I am just going to put it on. So I'm using the Fabrifix again to glue. I'm really liking this glue. I've never tried it before and I'm really enjoying it. Alright, so here we go. Get on, little thing. Ah, there we go. That looks good. And now, let's see. I like that, but I know I had another, I don't know where I put her. Where's the other witch? I know oh, hidden under the skeleton. So, let's see. Do we want this one or do we want this witch? And I think I'd want to put another something else underneath there because to get that up, dimension it. So I'm going to get rid of these whites and use this purple. And it just, here we go. So, what type of crafts are y'all doing? I would love to hear. I get very inspired by other people and what they craft. So, let's see. Yep, I think we're going to put it right there, but I need something else under here. I think I might need to put a foam dot. Now, do we want to add some other texture down below? And like put a stamp, or maybe get some orange and orange it. Let's see about spraying some orange on here. That might be, you know. So, again, this is unicorn spit. I literally just added a little bit of this and water, and I have spray spit. Yes, I use it a lot. So I'm going to take this, and you know, it's all nice and we're just gonna, and see how it's making some color. That is, there we go. So it activates with the other stuff, with the other blue, so it's making like a grungy looking brown. So I am just going to dry this really quick and try not to get too close to that. Because if you get too close to this, it might wrinkle it again. So I think we're going to put a, where did I, again, I rearranged where my foam dots go. So these are just foam dots. I literally just cut what I need. And we're gonna put a little glue on it. Or a lot of glue because it came out way too fast. And I'm gonna just stick this right here and let that dry for a minute while I jump over to the other one, and it is going to go like that. And I think I want a word on here, so I need to figure out what I want to put on here as a word. Now that we're jumping back to this, look at that, it's starting to come up some. Liquid, I think it's all the tape and the, there we go. I think it was adding the glue, the paint and stuff I put on there. So, I think this needs a, like a bat. That would look good. Where's my other? I think I have a bat. Oh, yep, look, a tiny bat. So, let me grab my little scissors and we are going to cut out this bat. Because well, actually, I think I'm going to put you guys on. I cut slow. I'll be back. I'm so excited. I found my stamps. It's the little things in life that make you excited. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys up just a tad because if I'm going to start stamping, you're going to need to be able to have a better view. So I cut out the little bots and I think we're going to put them right up there. So I'm going to glue this very flimsy bat. It's way too flimsy. I should have printed it on cardstock. And it's going to fly up here. There we go. I'm loving how this card turned out. It is so cool. So I think I might want to add some dark around the edges. Maybe some purple. Let's try that. So we're going to get a little bit of this unicorn spit. Get a little water. Get a little spit. See, very little. I did not pick up a whole lot. And we are just going to go around the edges of this. And get a little bit of water to spread that. I'm going to outline this little guy. Just trying to get a little bit more less spit. Okay. Now with the darker areas, I'm going to try and get a more around the edges. Here we go. So Give it a little halo. Let's see. And then there. So I'm going to get this and just dab some of this on the paper so it's not so prominent. And it is done. Love how that turned out. So the next thing I'm going to do once this dries is I dyed some orange paper the other day, and I'm gonna apply it onto the back. I might do that after video, but it will look like the other one I did that I showed you. And I dyed this with, of course, unicorn spit. So we're gonna let that dry, and now we're gonna play with this one. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put this on, and I need to take that off. Oh, there's my trash can. And oh, well, that little dot came off all on its own. So I'm gonna add a little bit right here, and then add this, and it's gonna basically just float. So it's not wanting to stick. So I want to add another thing, and I was thinking of these. Okay, not that one, not that one. Oh, they're further. Okay, here we go. So I was thinking of adding either this Halloween stamp up here. I think that'd be fun. Or adding this spider. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll add, no, I think I'm going to add the word, the saying. So I'm going to stamp it on this. This is, I've already put a while, it's just cardstock. And this has some gesso on it. So we're going to stamp this in black archival. If I can get this off. Yeah, sometimes they just make them hard. Okay, we have an acrylic look. And look at that, that did not. Okay, so I think this is ground espresso. Yep. So I'm just gonna grab this, and this is archival, so it should not bleed if you get other stuff on it. So I'm gonna put this right down here. How beautiful is that? Yeah, that wasn't smart. I just dumped my thing in the unicorn spit. Yeah, that's brilliant. So I'm going to, oh, it's still a little wet. Let's hit it with the heat gun for a second and dry it really quick. Here we go. Good enough. So I am going to rip this. So now my hands are so gross that they're leaving marks on this. That's probably not a good thing. Alright, let's see how that will work, or if I need to physically cut it. Yeah, that just looks really big. Okay, we're gonna just cut this down. Alright. So what I'm going to do is add, of course, more spit onto this. Because I used archival, it is not going to bleed. So we have that. And then we're just going to heat it really quick to dry it. Unicorn spit dries pretty fast. And now we're just going to glue this straight onto here. No idea if this new glue will work on plastic, but we are going to find out. If it doesn't, then I'll have to find something else. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we have made, took forever, but we have 2 cards. Here's card number 1. See if it focuses. There we go. I love that. Okay, and card number 2. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm not 100% fond of this one. And learned something new. I will try to put down in the link below what I have, what I used, what digital prints I used. I cannot tell you what stamps these were from because I don't have the paperwork for it. My daughter used them and didn't think to save them, which is, yeah, that's a kid for you. So, if you liked this, give me a thumbs up. As my purple thumb. Yeah, that's the other downfall of spit. You get your hands dyed, unless you're wearing stuff. But it comes off really easy. So, give it a thumbs up. Hope y'all like this tutorial. If you have any suggestions for doing this one, because like I said, I'm new to this. I just thought I'd give it a try. Leave the comments below. Hope you like, subscribe, share. I will see y'all on the next craft adventure. Bye!